Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am super excited that you all are here this evening. Welcome to the Confidence Corner. If you don't know who I am, my name is Cherie Styles. I'm the CEO and founder of We're Your Confidence, which is an organization that is all about, we're dedicated to building the confidence and self-esteem of girls and teens worldwide. And right now you are in the Confidence Corner, and I have with me Mrs. Shakira Starling Howard. And she is a boss in her own right. Let me just tell you, okay? She is the CEO of not one business, but two businesses. She is a mom, entrepreneur extraordinaire, and a wife. And she is just doing the daggone thing. And so I have the privilege, the honor of sitting down with her in the corner just to have a little girl talk and get the scoop, the 411 on how in the world she does all of this with, in my opinion, such poise and confidence. And then we're gonna get down to like the nitty gritty stuff too. So if you would like, you can elaborate more, Shakira, on what it is that you do. Let the people know who you are and all that.
Yes. Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. Someone's trying to call in at the same time. But hello, my name is Shakira Howard, and I'm the owner of Trendsetters. Trendsetters Beauty Salon is a salon that I've established for the past 9 years. It'll be 10 years in February. And Jailorin is my baby. Jailorin is an all-natural bath and body brand tailored to everyone with problematic and as well as normal skin. So we have an array of different products like body washes, soaps, all-natural soaps, body scrubs. We have an array of different products, lotions, body butters, body soufflés, all with skin-loving ingredients derived from Earth's finest. So that's pretty much who I am in a nutshell, set aside from the fact that I am a wife, I am a mom of two, and that's pretty much it. That is me in a nutshell.
Awesome. Awesome. So wait, you have a salon too? You stepping away from doing the hair and focusing on the skin and beauty?
So, well, I've had a salon for 10 years, right? So, I mean, I was having issues with my skin and I went to the dermatologist. This is more on the personal side. I was having some issues with my skin and I went to the dermatologist and I was asking for, things that I can do that help me with my skin. So the dermatologist basically gave me or prescribed me a steroid cream to put topically on my skin. And I knew in my heart that I did not want to do that. I didn't want my skin to rely on something, like a steroid cream just to suppress whatever issues it was having. I really wanted to correct the issues that was happening. So what I did was, back with my experience of going to school for cosmetology, I also did some research and I came up and formulated Jailorin. So it was more or less out of necessity for me, but then I understood and I knew with my business mind that I knew that I had something that was great. So I sat on it for a while. I think I sat on Jailorin, the concept of Jailorin, maybe for like 2 years. And just May 1st of last year, I decided to just go for it. So, yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. So out of an issue came a business.
Absolutely.
I love it. And like business has been going good for you. Like I'm seeing you on Instagram, I'm seeing you on Facebook, and you're like cooking in the kitchen and you're doing all. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you are doing the daggone thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
How were you able to step out and do this, knowing that there are hundreds and thousands of other people who are doing, what it is that you're doing?
Okay, so there's nothing proprietary about what I'm doing. There's nothing proprietary. The only thing that's proprietary to what I'm doing is me. So although I may be doing something very similar to someone else, I have my own flair that I add, just my own little bit of personality that I add to every product that I put out there. And every single product is made with intent, good intent. And I do a lot of research and make sure that I'm putting the right stuff out there. So, I mean, I don't really focus on other businesses being in direct competition. Actually, a lot of the conversations that I have on social media is with other business owners doing the same exact thing. And I still give a lot of free information and a lot of free game in terms of the business, because what God has for me is for me, you know? And I am a firm believer in, you know, we need to help each other. You know what I mean? Grow and to be successful. And what you may have, you may perfect this one thing, but I may perfect something completely different. So the one customer can be for both of us. So, you know, I don't really think about people in terms of my competition or anything like that. I just know that what God has for me, and I know what I have to offer in terms of my products. So more or less, more anything, I'm just having a lot of fun with what I'm doing, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
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 And I can tell, and I see that. So
Mhm.
basically, what you're saying is it really doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. You're focused on your lane, and
Right.
you are willing and you are partnering and sharing information and not withholding information from others. And I
Right.
really appreciate that, because I know there are times I've experienced it where someone is doing something similar to what I'm
Mhm.
doing or what I'm trying to do,
Mhm.
and they won't tell you not anything. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you have to figure it out on your own, like how I did. I'm like, oh, well,
Right.
oh, dang, that's how we're doing it.
Right.
And I
Right.
love how you said that what God has for you is for you. That right
Right.
there just sounds like confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how can you describe to me, to us, what your confidence journey has been, what it's looked like, personally as well as business wise?
Right. So just touching back on what you said before, I am also a firm believer in the law of attraction. Like, we are taught this, what you put out there is what you give back. And, you know, speaking in terms of spiritually, we're taught that as well. You reap what you sow longer than what you sow, even if it's good things, you know what I mean? What you put out there, the plants that you see, they will grow, and they will, if you water them, they will flourish. Now, so that's why I believe also too, I put a lot of good out there. So in terms of my confidence, my story is a lot different than a lot of successful people. So, and I was just talking to my husband about this. You hear a lot of people saying, oh, a lot of people told me no growing up, or a lot of people, you know, shut the door on me and, you know, close the door, but it was just that one door that I broke through, or, you know, that one person that gave me a yes. That was not my story. My story was completely different. I got a lot of yeses growing up. I got a lot of yeses growing up, and my family, the support that I got from my family is like unreal. So from a very young age, that confidence was instilled in us, you know, that direction, knowing that anything is possible, anything that we put our mind to was instilled in us. And it was actually brought to fruition with how they, you know, taught us, and the things that they showed us growing up. So I was always confident from a very, very, very young age. And that's because my family it wasn't many no's. We didn't get many no's. And even if it was something that they didn't necessarily believe in, they still gave us that chance to dream, but just directed us in the right direction. So, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, yeah. So I always had a lot of confidence in what was going on in my life and things like that. And, you know, just those affirmations, like even with my daughter, just explaining to her, you are beautiful, you are great, you will be successful. Just instilling those things in her, just like how they were instilled in me.
I love it. I love it. See, now that's the opposite of my story.
Right.
I got no's all left and right. No. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
But that's awesome. That's awesome, because a whole lot of yeses can make you think like, oh, well, I just got it all going on. So it can go either way. You can either be confident or conceited. And it worked out for you. And I just want to say that I'm a fan. And
thank you.
I do. And
thank you.
You're very welcome. So then as a strong millennial Black woman, how do you balance all of this? You said you started, what, 10 years ago with your very first business? Like, you were like 10 years old. How does that even work?
Right. So honestly, I really just do not know. Like, even now, it's a struggle, but I think even a lot of things, the times that what I tell aspiring entrepreneurs is find something that you like to do or love to do, and then build a business around it, so that whenever you're working, it doesn't feel like you're working. So although my life is hectic with business and with my family, when I'm working, it doesn't feel like work, because I genuinely enjoy what I'm doing. So I don't know, I guess just liking or loving what you're doing just makes that much of a difference.
It does. So
I don't have the formula in terms of balance. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's just all in a matter of, I just love what I do. And it just happens. I just do it. I don't know.
That's awesome. Doing what you love and loving what you do. And then make money.
Right. That's always a bonus.
The bonus. Listen,
right.
I've heard a lot of people say, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But whatever. That's
exactly
here or there. But you know. So as far as friendships and you're married and you're a mom, do you have like family working with you? Are you confident enough to like mix family and business? How does that work? Or does it work?
So it does work. My sister is she's like the assistant manager at the salon. And all hands are on deck with Jay Loren. All hands. If you're at my house, you're helping. So yeah, I guess it works. I mean, Jay Loren is still like a one man band, like technically, and like, legality is still just a one man band. But if you're there and I need help packing orders, we gonna talk while we're packing orders together, and then I'll, throw you something or whatever. But I think it can. I really think business can definitely be mixed with family, and I think it can. I definitely think it can work. Or at least for me, it can.
Nice. That's a beautiful thing, because a lot of times it can get tricky. Like, yeah, you hear stories and then you see on TV. I'm like, why they got their mom doing that? And she's just like not a business person at all. Like, what are you doing? Like, I understand that's mom.
Right.
Mom needs to be mom and not a momager or whatever.
Right, exactly. Right.
Gotcha. So what have been some of your struggles with Jay Loren, either with launching or just maybe feedback that you've received, or maybe not being received, or anything like that? And how'd you overcome?
So the first two issues that come to mind whenever you ask me that question was shipping. And the reason why I say shipping is whenever you have an e-commerce, a product-based e-commerce, shipping is, it's like one of the largest, expenses in terms of business. Like, the shipping cost is very expensive. One of the ways that I have been able to overcome shipping was just basically offering relatively reasonable shipping costs for my products. And if not, then if some of the cost of the shipping isn't fully covered, then I would just have to eat that as a business owner. So that was the biggest thing. And there's really nothing that you can do about that other than once you grow and scale, you're able to negotiate your shipping costs, which is what a lot of entrepreneurs don't know. Once you get to a certain level in your business, you're able to negotiate shipping costs. But the second issue that I've been having, it's not really a bad issue to have. I've been wanting to reach out to a lot of different like influencers. I wanted to do some influencer marketing, and it's really, really hard trying to find good influencers that align with your brand. So that's basically been the biggest issues that I've been having. Other than that, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
Awesome. That is so awesome. So basically finding people that can test and use your product, who has an audience, that audience can buy your product.
Right.
Because you can't just have any old body using your product, and they're like the unofficial face of your brand. And then I'm like, wait, is that what she's about?
Right, exactly.
That's a process for sure. There are millions and millions of influencers out there.
Right.
Just need the right one.
Exactly.
That won't make you look
crazy.
Crazy. Yes. So you said you have a daughter. How old is she?
Ava is 6. She just turned 6 last week.
Awesome. And so like, the only reason why I bring her up is because I work with a lot of young girls, and statistics show that by age 9, that's when girls, their confidence peaks, and then it just takes a nosedive after that. So being as though you are a confident, successful young woman, what are some things that you've instilled or that you are instilling in your daughter so that she is a young and confident young girl?
Right. So me and my daughter spend a lot of one-on-one time together. And I always go over affirmations with her. Whenever she does something wrong or gets something wrong in school, I always correct her in a graceful way. I don't make her feel bad or ashamed about whatever she's doing incorrectly. And I always do little stuff with her. I do her nails, I do her hair, we take pictures together, we dance together. Things like those little times that you spend with little girls will make a heck of a difference in their confidence and things like that. So those are some of the little things that we do. We bake together, we do cookies, we dance, we do TikTok together. That's the big thing right now. So we do TikTok together, and we actually talk. Me and my daughter have conversations, like not adult conversations, but we have conversations. Like we talk about things that are going on. I ask her how she's feeling about certain things. Like I really talk to my daughter. So that I definitely will see the difference whenever we do have those one-on-one times together.
Beautiful. Do you have her help with packaging things yet?
I do. She thinks that she says, "Mommy, I'm over Jalen. I'm the manager." I said, "Okay, boss."
Okay,
right.
Boss. That is so adorable.
Right.
That is
right. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
And so, before we exit, what advice would you give to anyone that is trying to do what it is that you do? Start a business, be confident in their business. What will you tell the young millennials?
Right. So I would just say 2 things. Start and find something you like to do or love to do and build a business around it. The biggest thing for me, and the reason why I say just start, is because I went through the rabbit hole of trying to perfect everything before I started. And that's one of the biggest things that we can do, because time passes us so fast. And then before I knew it, it was 2 years past, and I was like, wow. So now when I look at my numbers, I think to myself, like, I can only imagine where I could have been if I had not waited 2 years. So although those 2 years weren't in vain, I did a lot of R&D, a lot of research and development. I went to a couple different shows. I took tons of classes. Oh my goodness, my bank account was on zero from taking classes. So I took a lot of marketing classes. I took a lot of different classes, just to make sure I was doing the right things. But it was before I even started. So those 2 years, although I was doing a lot and investing a lot on the back end, I felt like I should have been investing a little bit more time into the actual business and doing the business. So just get started. I'm still not perfect. Like, we're having an issue now in the cosmetic industry with packaging. So plastic bottles and plastic packaging is like on zero. It's so hard to find certain type of bottles and packaging. So now I was talking to my husband and I'm like trying to figure out, I want to keep on with brand continuity, but I can't because the certain bottles that I use, the shape that I use is in stock and it won't be in stock until August because of the pandemic. So you kind of have to be innovative and you have to think outside of the box. So it's always something going on. So it will never, ever, ever be perfect, you know? So I was just like, I really want brand continuity. I want everything to be, but I do understand that we're in the middle of a global pandemic. And there are certain things that I just can't get. Even the big box companies can't get their hands on certain packaging. So I'm just like, okay, you got to think on your feet and just move forward. So yeah, just get started. Nothing is ever perfect or will ever be perfect. It's always going to be something new, something changing. It's ever evolving. So just get started is what I could say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are just tuning in, I am here with Mrs. Shakira Howard, and she is a boss. She is indeed a millennial making moves. And I had just asked her some advice to the millennials, as well as to those who are not millennials, and what she said will save your whole life. Just get started. We spend a lot of times in our head saying, oh, it's not perfect. What am I gonna do? Like, I forgot to dot the I. Like, listen here. There are so many people out here who are doing things, and it is not perfect. It is far from perfect. But they are killing it. Why? Because they just started and they've had enough confidence in themselves to do it. I can tell you, I see some things that I wish I didn't see. Like, how are you putting stuff out like this? And you did not even use spell check now. Right. But they believed in themselves, and they just started. Right. And they're probably figuring it out as they go. Maybe not, but they just got started. I love your story. I love your story because it's unconventional. Yes. You usually hear, oh, I was told no all my life, and then I decided to go and just try this, and I got my one yes. That's my story. And then I still didn't believe, but it just caught on. But no, not with you. It's amazing. You had the support from the beginning. Confidence was instilled in you. You had support from your family. You got started, took a minute, but during that minute that you took, you were preparing, and then believing. You said earlier that what God has for you is for you. And that right there, I feel like if everyone believed that, there wouldn't be that many crabs in the bucket, everyone trying to pull each other down, trying to get ahead.
Yep, exactly.
Because what God has for you truly is for you.
Right, exactly.
And that's it. Point blank period. Exclamation point.
Right.
So can you tell the people where they can get in contact with you, how they can get your product and all that good stuff? Because let me tell you, I sampled a thing or two. And yes, It works. My sister was like, "Did you try this?" I'm like, "No, I didn't try it." "No, what are you talking about?" She was like, "Oh, girl, you crazy." I'm like, "Okay." And then I have
Right.
Candace, and she's like a huge advocate. And she was just like, "It really works. Like I had this, and now it's like this." And I'm like,
I
"Oh,
love Candace.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's awesome." But her,
Yeah.
Jay Loren, yes, stamp of approval on it. Make sure you go to the website. Your
Yes.
website, my dear, and your Instagram handle, all that, so that the people.
Yes. So it is at JELARYN, J Loren, and you can find my website at www.jloren.com. JELARYN.
Awesome. I just went ahead and put it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
anytime.
Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much. I went ahead and put it in the comments for you all. So you can just click on it and it'll take you right to the page. And then you can go ahead and order. Because like she said before, she had skin issues and she didn't want to take the steroids. So she, out of her problem, came a product. Ching ching. Okay? So
Right.
not only helps herself, but helps others as well. So make sure you check it out. Check it out. Thank you so much, Shakira, for joining
You're
me. You
welcome.
are amazing. And I just wish and pray continued blessings and favor over you and your business. You are doing the daggone thing.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I love it. And I'm
Thank you.
so everyone, make sure you check out Jay Loren. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, make sure you catch the replay and support this young entrepreneur. And we will be back in a couple of weeks for the next episode of the Confidence Corner. You do not want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. We have another young entrepreneur who is doing the daggone thing in her own right. And I'm super excited. Thank you again, Shakira, for your time.
You're welcome. You're
Ladies
welcome.
and gentlemen, as always, don't forget your confidence, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.